Well, hello. Good day to you. I come to you today with another sensational synergy podcast with such impactful feelings. I have taken a little bit of a pause in the startup of our series of It's Not Entitlement, It's Effective Accommodation with good reason. Because I am finding that this is very important information for us to all know on how we can utilize and understand our sensory system so we can be better accommodating and supporting to each other. But holy moly guacamole, I am on fire about the true importance and value of understanding how your nervous system is a center point for all of your being, all of your behavior. And it's so important to do the pivotal work of understanding and reflecting on really what the nervous system is, all the ways that it impacts your decisions, your relationships, and your reactions. I mean, it's just a whole encompassing package that's all wrapped up, and I think it's a gift to be able to open that knowledge and have that. So I'm taking a little bit of a pause on sharing out on the sensory system component to this series. And I think the benefit of that will also be that it's going to be so much more valuable into the application of all that you can be as an educator, as a mother, as a father, as a caretaker, as a human being with a functioning nervous system. So with that, today I just come to you with some tokens of knowledge that I want to provide as takeaway, because I've had some anecdotal little reflections for my own self since I've been able to dive in a little bit more on nervous system knowledge. Now, I am currently reading, and I'm going to hold this up right here, The Boy Who Was Raised as a Dog by Bruce Perry. And Bruce Perry's work is like the center point to a lot of information and expertise that I'm gaining from nervous system impact. And this book is the second time I've read it. And as I dive into this and explore the content to it, it really demonstrates how trauma that we all experience to some degree and level and experience in our lifetime, and how it impacts our short-term and long-term behavior habits, demonstrations, all of those things. And it brings it back to, for me, all of this comes back to relationship. And this is where I think it's really important for us to pause right now and reflect on our relationship with ourselves and with each other, because it truly is pivotal to invest in developing a stronger and more supportive relationship with your own being. Again, getting to know how your nervous system is navigating your everyday is an incredibly important part for your regulation, so that you can be ready to have a better relationship with anybody and everybody that's a part of your life, especially your children. Now, there's some very important ways that you can do this. And guess what? It doesn't have to be all like elaborate, and it doesn't have to be time sucking. It can literally take you 30 seconds for your own self. It could take you 2 minutes for your children. Like, it really doesn't have to be time sucking and high demand. So it has to be intentional though. And so I want to encourage with this short podcast here today is to ask you, how can you be intentional for 30 seconds today on how you can go, how is my nervous system doing today? And I'll tell you a couple ways that you can do that. And how is my relationship with the people that I love and that I have to see, not have to, get to see every single day, as well as lead? How is that going right now? How is my behavior potentially impacting theirs? That's another dose of reflection to really help grow your relationship. And so here's a couple ways that you can do this. This is just my takeaway for you to try today. And Not just today, do it tomorrow too. And why not the next day? Oh my goodness, don't let this turn into a habit or anything. Actually, let this be a habit development, because again, you will reap the reward of an enriched relationship and a deeper understanding and self-awareness of your own behavior response. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to check in with yourself first. Take 30 seconds and pause. And this is how you can take a temperature check of your nervous system. You can pause and check in with your body. How do you feel? Do you feel hot? Do you feel cold? Do you feel tense? Do you feel relaxed? Those feels, just general senses of your body, how you are physically feeling. Then check in with your energy bandwidth. Okay, how is my energy feeling right now? Okay. And so checking in with that energy bandwidth will help you go, oh, maybe I should take a little bit of a rest, or maybe I need to have a little amplification and maybe go for a little walk, or like sing a little song and put some music on to chipper up my attitude and energy. Again, because these are doses of information that will help you make the decisions to help you be more regulated. And when I say regulated, I'm talking about your breathing awesome, like you're breathing steady, you feel calm. I hope you can hear it in my voice of kind of what you're generating, that feeling of just grounded. You want to feel like your body's relaxed, your heartbeat is steady and calm, and your breathing is good. So checking in for your own self is incredibly important as the #1 duty to make sure that you're also enriching the relationships around you. So take that 30 seconds and don't just do it once a day. I have noticed that like all the pivot points of your day, like say breakfast, say wake up, hopefully waking up before breakfast, you know what I'm saying there. And then doing your next step of being lunch, nap if you're blessed with that. You see what I'm saying? Like at your pivot points and transitional times during your day, check in with yourself. 30 seconds, my friends. 30 seconds. So your second thing that I'm going to ask you to do is check in with your relationships. And what I mean by that is, this is a language thing here. Are you saying no without explanation? Are you being sharp? How is your tone of voice? I heard something yesterday that was pivotal in self-awareness and helping create a sustainable, enriching relationship. And that is, you don't wear your heart on your sleeve. You wear your heart on your face and your tone of voice. Now, considering that, how does that shift and pivot how you are when you interact with other people? Like, do you feel like that would be creating that mind shift for you to go, wait a minute, maybe I need to tone down my voice, or maybe I need to be a little bit more kind in my expression? So some feedback for you on that is the reaction that the person that you're interacting with gives back to you, because your energy is contagious. And guess what? Your energy and your behavior and your tone of voice and your physical response comes from what your nervous system is feeling as well. And that's what's creating that for you. So that is a huge nervous system check-in. Check in with your tone of voice, facial expression, temperature, and energy bandwidth. And so I encourage you just to do that, because I think it's so important to move forward with all of the things that you can grow and gain, I guess, as you continue interacting with others and being more self-regulated yourself. So with me here today, I want you to just make a self-commitment to know that you are going to become more aware of how your energy and how your attitude impacts others, as well as it being a communication to how your nervous system is navigating your day. That will lead you to thinking about some resolutions and solutions to help get you into the place that you want to be with your energy and your attitude. So in turn, you will be able to transfer this skill with the people that you are surrounded by. And that's what's really going to be coming next. And I completely radiate this joy of having sensational synergy. And sensational synergy is all about being more connected with self so you can be more connected with others. And there is a harmony in that synergy. So with me and you are going to create the sensational synergy by better understanding how our nervous system navigates our day and our relationships. But we're going to put the relationship with ourselves and others as the primary tool of getting there. So I wish you luck this week in really checking in with yourself and each other so your nervous system can be happy and regulated and balanced. So happy relationship week. I can't wait to share more tokens of knowledge with you. And I am not going to leave you behind on this whole series of It's Not Entitlement, It's Effective Accommodation. But guess what? I'm kind of thinking the timing is going to be a little bit on pause so that your mind and body is ready to process how our sensory system in interventions is also pivotal to our practices, but we need to get to know our nervous system first, okay? So nonetheless, I will see you next week for our Sensational Synergy podcast. And yeah, feel free to share out and shout out any discoveries that you feel in your implementation of your self-awareness and regulation relationship practices. All right, thank you for listening, and I hope you have an amazing, wonderful summer day.